Hello Group 1, welcome to your reading. First, let's take a look at the treasure within you that has been hidden, ignored, or underestimated. Your cards are 9 of Swords, 10 of Cups, and 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay, the moment these 3 cards came out, the energy felt very clear. You are a highly sensitive soul, and this sensitivity is both your natural gift and your soul lesson. The 9 of Swords may represent fear and anxiety, but it also shows the sharpness of your mind and your deep understanding of human nature and social dynamics. You can sense when something is off long before others notice, and you can intuitively predict where things are heading. When your inner strength or life experience hasn't fully matured yet, this gift can feel like a burden. Your mind runs faster than your actions, and your soul runs faster than your body. You may even have a love-hate relationship with your own depth. The 10 of Cups reveals your natural ability to connect with love. You were born with this gift. You genuinely care for people, help people, and bless people without calculating gains, without forcing morality, and without needing mental preparation. You simply shine with sincerity, and people naturally open their hearts to you. With the 10 of Cups, you can build your soul tribe, a community of love that flows from self-love into universal love. This is a beautiful energy. And for the reversed 8 of Cups, this card shows the softness in your heart. Even when you are in unfair or unhealthy situations, it's hard for you to completely walk away. The positive side is that you are naturally forgiving, so you'll never be short of giving and receiving love. But the challenge is emotional energy overflow, caring too much for someone who isn't grateful, or forgiving someone who keeps repeating the same mistakes. The bottom card we have here is 9 of Wands. This card tells me you're already aware of your hidden gifts, and you will probably suffer because of them. You will spend a long time learning how to coexist with these gifts and use them in a healthy way. The good news is, the 9 of Wands shows you are reaching a threshold. You've been pushing and persevering for so long, and even though it is exhausting, you're about to fully master this treasure within you. It's like 10 years of sharpening one sword, and you're finally ready. Next, let's see why this treasure hasn't been fully discovered yet. Your cards are 10 of Pentacles, Justice, and 8 of Wands. These 3 cards show you've been trying to balance many structured areas in life. Material stability versus emotional nourishment, logic versus intuition, family responsibilities versus personal dreams. We got 2 tens cards here, and these 2 cards tell me that in your family, school, workplace, or social circles, you have been both the one who provides material stability and the one who provides emotional support. You absorb everyone's needs, then try to adjust and compromise so everyone gets what they want. For example, listening to both your partner's and your children's needs and trying your best to satisfy both. But the bottom card we have here is the Tower, and this reveals something important. Those efforts didn't actually create long-term stability. Without having your own clear standards and boundaries, other people's needs easily pull you off your own path. You can meet their needs, but the cost is always your own energy, and that isn't sustainable. People's demands clash with each other and with your own desires, and over time, that leads to collapse. I can feel that when a relationship starts breaking down or the balance gets shaken, you still try to fix it by giving more. But accumulated anxiety and repeated disappointment slowly drain your energy until there's nothing left. And that's why the Tower collapses. There's no more fuel. The Justice and the Tower here also show perfectionist tendencies in relationship or life, because perfectionism lacks flexibility and expectation management. One disappointment can hit you like a lightning strike. So ultimately, the reason your treasure went undiscovered is you place other people's needs above your own standards, combined with perfectionism that drains your energy, leaving no room to develop your gifts. Now let's see how this treasure will be revealed. The cards we have here are the Hierophant in reverse, the Tower in reverse, and the Judgment in reverse. All 3 cards jump out reversed. This means your gift will emerge in a way that breaks old rules and goes completely off the beaten path. The reversed Hierophant and the Tower show you will no longer cling to the people, systems, or beliefs you once treated as absolute truth. Reversed Judgment shows you begin asking, is this actually good for me? Not just, is this good for everyone else? Some of you will make intentional changes, changing your study major, shifting your careers, or exploring a new spiritual path. Others will experience changes triggered by circumstances, like an unexpected company restructuring that suddenly frees you, giving space to design a life that actually works for you, or a relocation that leads you to a place where the lifestyle and people align better with your soul. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This card suggests new beginnings, like a new family member, a pet, or even unexpected financial support from a family member or a feminine person. These unplanned blessings will allow you to try new things. Your treasure will awaken within these new experiences. I can feel that you already know your gifts, you just haven't been able to express them freely. Now that changes. Finally, let's see how this treasure will impact your life. We have Three of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Moon. This is amazing energy. Whenever the Three of Pentacles comes out in a new life position, this is wonderful. This means you start learning new skills, joining or creating new communities, and feeling fulfilled, stable, and excited about your path. Your curiosity awakens and your personal development accelerates. The Ten of Wands ties back to our very first message, that threshold point. Your hidden treasure has been buried under burdens. But now you are reaching the moment where everything breaks open. The psychological weight will lift, and that energy will transform into passion for life. And the Moon card shows that you'll finally have the courage to face your fears, not to fight them, but to see through them. By understanding your deeper needs, you'll soften towards yourself, offering more compassion and empathy to your own heart. And this card also hints that your future work or life path might involve art, healing, or intuitive work. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a clear message. This is a divine opportunity, a blessing from the universe. And some of you may start a personal brand, open an independent studio, or even develop new digital assets or currencies. And your extra message from the universe is here and now. This card invites you to anchor yourself in the present moment. Release the disappointment from the past and the expectations about the future. In this moment, feel your own love, your own peace, and your own presence. In a world full of uncertainty, you are the most certain thing. You are not lost. You haven't taken a wrong path. You are exactly where you need to be, at a perfect time, ready to discover your treasure. Blessings to everyone who chose Group 1. See you next time. Hello Group 2, welcome to your reading. First, let's look at what hidden treasure within you has been concealed, overlooked, or underestimated. Your cards are the Empress, the Tower, and the Wheel of Fortune. At the bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Wands. Right away I can tell, the gears of destiny are about to turn in your favor. Things are shifting toward outcomes that benefit you. The Empress shows that abundance is something you were born with. This abundance can appear as talent, creativity, charisma, beauty, supported family background, natural resources, or the assets you hold. Whether you realize it or not, this energy has always been active, but in a gestating form. It's not hidden on purpose. It's protected, nurtured, and slowly maturing. This card also tells me that this abundance, while precious, has also come with its own inconvenience, just like the pregnancy brings both beauty and discomfort. With the Tower, this metaphor of a pregnant mother becomes even clearer. You will have to endure major internal and external transformations while carrying this abundance, such as mental resilience, emotional endurance, spiritual upgrades. Each major life upheaval reshaped you completely. With the Wheel of Fortune, it feels like you've gone through multiple dramatic life cycles, each one powerful enough that you thought, this might be the last one, right? But the cycle continued. Destruction and rebirth, despair and hope, over and over. And yet, this abundance still hadn't fully manifested into the physical world. The Tower also highlights your extraordinary capacity to self-destruct and self-rebuild. This is a gift only a strong soul can hold. Even when afraid, you still move. Even in chaos, you still anchor in who you are. Every time you rebuild from the ruins, your life looks different. Your aura changes, your identity upgrades. You keep discovering new versions of yourself and asking, who else can I become? What else am I capable of? And the Wheel of Fortune in this deck also shows your ability to co-create with destiny. You may have noticed that after every major upheaval, fate somehow titled in your favor, as if you unconsciously made the right move every time. It feels magical, and yes, that is one of your treasures. The Ace of Wands at the bottom suggests you may have only recently realized that you are actually a lucky person. And with that understanding, this luck is becoming intentional, not random anymore. Next, let's see why this treasure has not been fully revealed. The cards we have here are Ace of Swords, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. We also have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so first, this High Priestess tells me that this was written into your soul contract, planned before you were even born. This reading won't spoil the details because you are not meant to know the whole story. But her calm expression assures you, you will be okay. No matter how dramatic the plot gets, everything ultimately works in your favor. You are destined to win. And Ace of Swords confirms this. This is the sword of victory, a legendary blade. But with the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords both in reverse, the message becomes crucial. You may have the best equipment, but you must train yourself to use it. You need to build the skills and the discipline to match the treasure you carry. The reversed Ten of Pentacles says, your family, your ancestors, or lineage have prepared significant abundance for you, but you cannot receive it yet. Not until you master how to generate abundance on your own first. And this is part of your soul's training. The Queen of Swords in reverse shows that the wielder of the legendary sword is still in training. This isn't about 10 years sharpening a sword. This is about sharpening the person who will wield it. You're not dulling yourself into mediocrity. You are carving yourself with precision so that every move you make lands exactly where it should. Now let's look at how this treasure will finally be revealed. The cards we have here are the Sun, Ace of Pentacles, and King of Swords. This is incredible energy. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. This is incredible energy. The King of Cups shows that you'll gain emotional mastery, calm, objective, present, and in control. And this is crucial. When your emotions no longer drain you, your energy returns to you. And with that return, we see the sun, pure vitality. You become radiant again, like a solar battery finally receiving light, generating power nonstop. If you had health issues, you'll feel your life force returning. If you've been confused, expect clarity, breakthroughs, and answers. The sun also brings visibility. Your work will be seen, your talents recognized, your presence acknowledged. The Ace of Pentacles is a tangible blessing, something you can literally hold in your hands. It could be an invitation, a job offer, an investment, a long-term collaboration, a monetizable project, a stage to showcase yourself. You probably already know what this means for your life. And the King of Swords tells me this blessing will involve something official, like contracts, documents, agreements. Here's a small reminder. This video is being recorded during Mercury retrograde, so double check details and back up everything. With the two kings appearing, we have a message here. Stay calm, stay strategic, stay composed. Even when faced with something or someone you deeply desire, be your own advisor, hold your own power. And finally, let's see how this treasure will impact your life. Your cards are Nine of Cups, Ace of Wands, and Ten of Wands. We also have Three of Cups at the bottom. The Nine of Cups and the Three of Cups tells me whether you're alone or with others, you'll feel nourished, fulfilled, and emotionally satisfied. You'll enjoy your personal life, and you'll enjoy your community. And Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands give such adorable energy. You now fully understand your purpose and what you are meant to do, and you know the effort required. You are training a divine skill to match your divine sword. Yes, it looks intense. Yes, you are working hard, but don't misunderstand. This effort is nothing like the suffering of your tower moments. This is purposeful effort, and this is the joy of growth. You will love this feeling of progress, and even love your own clumsy beginner self as you grow stronger each day. Your extra message here is serendipity, perfect timing, divine alignment. Even the fact that you clicked on this video is part of the serendipity. To discover your treasure, you must first realize you are the treasure holder. And this card confirms again, someone or something perfectly aligned with you is coming into your life. Right now is the best timing, and everything is perfectly arranged. Blessings to everyone who chose Group 2, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello Group 3, welcome to your reading. Let's start by looking at what treasure has been hidden, overlooked, or underestimated within you. The cards we have here are Knight of Swords, Five of Swords, and Two of Cups in reverse. We also have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Right away, the energy is clear. When it comes to people and connections, you would rather have nothing than have the wrong thing. The Knight of Swords tells me your mind is razor sharp. You cannot be easily persuaded, especially in today's world when information is chaotic, noisy, and contradictory. You can cut straight through the illusions and get to the point. Paired with the Five of Swords, you are someone who can take complicated, messy information and break it down into simple, meaningful insight. Your structure is clear, your logic is tight, and your mind doesn't get lost in the noise. You stay yourself no matter what. This gives you a natural advantage in writing, analysis, data, investigation, anything that requires detecting patterns and extracting truth. The Five of Swords also shows your ability to immediately identify inconsistency or logical gaps. It's not that you are suspicious or narrow-minded. You just see things others miss. Some people may think you are stubborn, but that stubbornness is actually clarity. The Two of Cups in reverse shows that you can sense when someone's intentions aren't sincere. You are not fooled by polite words or surface-level friendliness. And pair with the Knight of Cups. Most of the time you choose peace. You see through it, but you don't expose it. However, with the Knight of Swords, if someone crosses your boundaries too aggressively, you won't hesitate to defend yourself. Your hidden treasure is high intelligence, natural investigative ability, and instant insight into the truth. You thrive in roles that require filtering, verifying, analyzing, or solving complex cases. For most people, this type of mental work is exhausting. But for you, if your brain gets a full workout during the day, you end the night satisfied and then sleep deeply. If your brain doesn't get used, that's when the insomnia hits. There's also a hint of mental purity here, especially when you were younger. You will become more tolerant with age, but your quality over quantity energy is lifelong. Next, let's see why this treasure has been hidden. We have the Chariot, Six of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. We also have the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Whenever a page shows up, we look at childhood, and here, childhood experiences explain why your treasure stayed dormant. The Chariot shows divided energy. A child having to navigate conflicting expectations, emotional versus mental needs pulling in different directions. Your inner world wasn't unified. The Six of Pentacles points to resource dynamics in your early environment. If you grow up with siblings, fairness or resource distribution may have been a focus. You might have naturally stepped into the role of understanding, accommodating one. If you were an only child, there may have been an exchange-based dynamic. Do this to earn that, achieve this to receive that. In another form, material comfort can be a compensation for emotional absence. And the Two of Wands shows early awareness of the future. Maybe you moved young, or you knew you would leave home one day. You had to plan far ahead, earlier than most children do. All the three cards share one message. Your energy was scattered, now centered. Instead of being present and carefree, you had to weigh consequences, study fairness, and think about the future. The Page of Wands is a child with resistance and emotional overload. Your childhood world wasn't simple. You were asked to manage things a child shouldn't have to manage. This scattered energy made it harder to fully or properly develop your natural mental gifts. And returning to the Knight of Swords, it also explains your sharp, sometimes sarcastic sense of humor and dark wit. This is a coping mechanism from early complexity. Now let's look at how this treasure will be revealed. The cards we have here are Nine of Cups, the World, and the Queen of Swords. We also have the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The Seven of Pentacles tells me you are in a stable but slightly unsatisfied phase. You have money, skills, and a relatively good life, but now you're stopping to ask, what kind of life do I actually want next? The Nine of Cups appears again, and this time representing a shift in your standards. You are no longer satisfied with stable. You want quality, depth, meaning, and excellence. The World signifies the beginning of a new cycle. You have everything you need. You can repeat the lost cycle or start fresh. And the Queen of Swords shows that this moment is yours alone. You sit down, think clearly, and make a decision based entirely on what benefits you. The Seven of Pentacles reinforces that you now have the power, the resources, and experience to choose your next level. If you want a more refined, meaningful, and elevated life, you absolutely can. And finally, let's see how this treasure will impact your life once revealed. We have the Tower in reverse, Eight of Pentacles, and a Fool in reverse. We also have the Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The Ten of Wands shows a breaking point, a build-up of energy ready to transform. Paired with the Tower in reverse, this tells me you may choose to shed an old identity, an outdated image, or parts of yourself that once felt important. You willingly drop the ego, the persona, the old story. And the Eight of Pentacles reveals a hermit genius energy, withdrawing, studying, mastering, building something in secret. You are diving into a craft, a new discipline, or a specialized skill, refining it to a level that surprises everyone. You become the kind of person who can disappear for a while and come back utterly transformed. And a reversed Fool shows this is a private journey, not impulsive, not escapist, not naive. Your logic is strengthened by the intuition, and your intuition is strengthened by structure. And this time, you trust yourself even deeper. To the outside world, you will seem like someone who used to be simple, but suddenly becomes untouchable, calm, capable, and unshakable. Your final message from the universe is Between Worlds. This is a mysterious magical energy. It shows that you are currently in a transition, standing in a space between the old world and the new. This in-between state feels confusing and directionless, but that's a sign of growth. You are stretching your mind, expanding your awareness, upgrading your identity. And this blank space is exactly where you need to be. You don't need to see the final destination. You just need to stand firmly in the present and let the two worlds align around you. This spread is truly stunning, Group 3, and blessings to everyone who chose this group, and I'll see you next time.